Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Grim. He did a little reaction video on true love or green card scam. I'm sure you guys might have seen it. I don't know if you guys have, but on TikTok, there's a couple that has a very, I guess, unattractive man with a very attractive Filipino woman, and everyone thinks it's some kind of scam. So let's check it out and see what it is. Please like, subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
There's a lot of people that will bash us at any chance that they possibly can, even if it's just watching one video.
He's gonna die soon.
She's pretty damn cute. You know, like her face is a little on the thick side, but her body is not thick. So
He has
She's,
like probably
she's a,
four
she's a gold
guys.
digger. She was just here for her green card. Oh, he's rich.
All right, we got a special video for you today. It's been a while since I've done a truly reaction, and this is on a couple I've actually seen on my For You page on TikTok countless times.
yeah, I've seen it quite a bit. So I haven't reacted to it, but I saw Grim make a funny video on it, so I was like, oh,
I'm 99% of the internet believes that this dude is getting finessed for a green card by this woman, like on some 90 Day Fiance type beat. And you know what? They had a little mini duck.
I mean, it's understandable that most people looking into this would assume that, just because most people have that westernized mentality where for a woman to be with a man, he has to have a certain amount of resources, he has a certain amount of thing, when in reality, the things that make a good husband and a good father aren't really those things.
Documentary made on them and their relationship, so I'm gonna react to it and give you my honest take on whether or not I think this is a real relationship or not. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts as we go through it too, down in the comments. Feel free to chime in down there and just let me know what you think, because I honestly want this to be real. I don't want somebody to be faking love.
100%. I also agree with Grim. I would love for this to be real, and this also gives a good example of passport bros, but he actually brought her back over, so there's a little bit difference here. But a man like him was able to find love in another country, if this is true. But we'll go over it and we'll have a discussion and see how true it is.
Simply for citizenship. So I'm gonna go in with an unbiased mind, or as unbiased as possible, and we'll see where this takes us. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoy my videos, and make sure you watch.
It's hard to be an unbiased mind when we're in this space, because we know how often men get fucked over, but I'll try my best myself.
Watch till the end of this one so you can make your own decision on if you think this dude is getting straight up finessed or not.
This is Scott. He fell in love with Divine
She has an amazing body, actually. Holy cow.
after she messaged him out of the blue on Facebook.
So yeah, that's Scott and Divine, the couple we're talking about today.
See, off the rip, it feels a little awkward because she messaged him first in Facebook. So just from that, it's a little iffy already, but... well.
And obviously, we're just gonna not beat around the bush. Divine does look like somebody who maybe would not find themselves in a relationship with a guy like Scott. Just off rip. That's everybody's reactionary view.
Fucking Grim is so PC about it. Yeah, the man doesn't look that good.
I think that's kind of the surface level view that a lot of these TikTok commenters, I should say harassers, are like coming from, you know, because these people are leaving comments on this dude's TikTok. Like I said, I've seen them before, realizing they had this documentary made on them, and it is a battlefield in that comment section. I mean, you got people saying, dude, you're getting lied to, she just loves you because you're rich or whatever, or a lot of them don't even think that he's real. I've literally seen comments making entire hypotheses on, you know, if this woman's just a friend of his or his neighbor that comes over for clout and they fake a relationship, which sounds believable, but you know what, I'm wanting to believe they're real. So let's keep going.
So we met on Facebook, actually.
I accidentally added him, and
Oh, she accidentally added him? Just from there. Like, see, she approached him and then accidentally added him. It's pretty hard to accidentally add people on stuff, or at least I assume. I don't really use Facebook that much, but...
and then because I was looking for a different person.
So yeah, this woman tells a story of how they met. Basically, she was working in a call center and had this super nice customer that was just like hella appreciative of her being, I don't know, helpful over the phone. And she then took that customer's name and went to go add him on Facebook.
Ooh. See, that even more. So she is looking for someone in particular. So not saying she's a gold digger. I'm not saying off the rip, but she was looking for someone in the States already because she had a good conversation with them. So in a sense, She might be looking for green card in a sense, but love is love too.
Because she thought he sounded like a nice, calm, cool dude and accidentally added this other guy. So first of all, I will say the beginning of their relationship is just crazy happenstance. I mean, the dude must have a common ass name. I know how it is when you search somebody on Facebook, there's like 10 different accounts of people that share the same name, but he really lucked out if this is true love and that's how
I
they
agree.
met. I just got to say that. That is like a 1 in a million shot. It pretty much fell into his lap.
It's like, who? It's like there's this pretty girl messaging me on Messenger, and I'm just like, I don't know who she thinks she's talking to, but it worked out in my favor, so.
This dude is so lucky.
It's funny because it's, as we always go through this, a lot of men have an issue if getting that first initial date or getting that first initial contact. So she did it for him, and most men can hold conversations decent enough to keep it going, you know, to where they can at least try to, you know, get better at it. So he definitely lucked out because he does not seem like the type to be able to approach women. So she approached him, and he was able to just work that conversation forward.
That's actually insane. Like, he thought he was the one getting scammed at first. I mean, he still might be. That's up to the, you know,
Yeah,
the rest
that's
of
up
the
to
video to
interpretation.
show us whether or not I think he is. But yeah, he was just sitting there chilling at home one day and all of a sudden gets a messenger request on Facebook from this lady. And he's like, what the hell? A hot girl's trying to message me? All right. I'm probably getting scammed, but I guess
Yeah.
I'll reply. And then, you know, it was a love story from there on after. That is crazy, actually. That's the power of the internet.
Actually, I was the one who asked him.
It's like,
When are you planning to visit me in person?
I made it to go see her.
What did they make to eat? Hot dogs and like sour cream?
And that was the first visit in November 2017.
Hey, yo, what's crazy is actually you can legit see how long this relationship has gone on. Did they just say
Yeah,
2017? Because these people both look way younger. I'm sorry, nobody is having the sham go on that long.
Oh man, it's weird because this guy looks very similar to my sister's boyfriend. My God, does he look very similar? He doesn't have the goatee going on, but like the build, the look, very similar.
Especially if they've been married for a couple of years now. I'm sure they'll get into that if they're married or not. But I feel like that's usually when, you know, the actual scam comes to fruition. Once you get married, I'm sure there's a certain period where you have to solidify that you've been married in some states in order to, you know, keep or gain your citizenship. Maybe you have to stay married, so I'm just completely wrong. But I feel like people would probably go out of their way to at least get divorced or split up in some way if they didn't truly love the person. But no, he's been holding it down since 2017 with her and literally flew out to see her. Yeah, I
5
think this is
years,
real,
6
bro.
years
Let's
now,
keep
almost.
going. I don't know. I don't want to make up my mind too soon.
We went all over, kind of doing a couple of island hopping things. And then we came back and we stayed at this condo. I get on my knee and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, Divine, will you marry me?
Oh, God. But, okay.
Obviously cringe, because look at the man. Like he definitely doesn't have the social norms that would happen. So he went to go visit her for a week and then proposed to her. This is where women in the West, just like, there's a lot of men like him out there. As long as you're nice to him, he will marry you and take care of you. Yes, he might not be the best, but he would probably be a good husband and probably a good father. Is he going to give you the tingles? Not for very many women, but he fits the description for a solid mate, it seems like to me.
Here is the risky thing. Here's the thing that is a little bit sketchy, is the speed at which this moves. It's following a very similar 90 Day Fiancé type arc where
Yeah.
he literally flew down to see her, was with her for a few weeks, and on that same trip proposed to her. It's a little bit fast, but I will say, you know, me personally, I moved fast with my only serious relationship I've had that I've been in for now almost a half decade. I think it's actually more like 4 years or so, but yeah, we moved kind of fast. I mean, we literally moved in together after maybe 2 months of knowing each other, and the entire time that was long distance, so I guess it's easy to judge when you don't know the relationship. I guess he was just down here in the Philippines and felt like it was right, and they're still together, so yeah, they've been married since 2017. That's another point in her court. I think this is legit, guys. I don't know.
Divine, will you marry me?
6 years now. That's a solid
She's,
amount
like,
of years.
Freaked out. You can't just.
Most relationships don't even last, like most marriages don't even last 3 years. So that's the Western relationships, like 2-3 years. So 6 years so far. Seems solid.
not do it whenever you have something this special. So
And we got a
I mean, there's the other thing too. Foreign Asian women are very into white men. So that is a plus on his side that he's a white man. It's just like ingrained that white men are just better in a sense to most, I think, third world countries, just because I think they penalize white men. Not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. It is what happens just because it is what happens. So him being like not that attractive, but it seems like he has the correct things that the women would be looking for. He does live in the US, so he does live a little bit better life than normal, right? He's not rich, which is fine. Most foreign women don't care for him to be rich. They just want to be able to live in a nice, easy life. So that's one, and again, he's white, so that's a plus side for him. And he's genuine. He's a nice guy, In the West, women don't like nice guys so much, but in other countries, these are what women are looking for, the nicer guys, because these are the mates that are lifetime mates.
brilliant wedding video from the dude just filming for like Facebook Live or something, and the best sentence he could think of to say is you can't just not do it when you got something this special. So come on, you could be a little bit more poetic than that. Still, that's a beautiful video. That's crazy, dude. You can legit see that these people are actually in love. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe there's
To me, it looks pretty legit. Like, yes, the circumstances in the beginning were a little awkward and points towards the opposite, but 6 years and the way they film and the way she looks at him, I mean, it's hard to fake some of these things.
some lonely people out there that are projecting their own insecurities of not being in a relationship themselves onto this guy. But trust me, as somebody who has seen into the eyes of like somebody who looks back at you and loves you, this lady loves this guy. All right,
Yeah.
this is real.
I can agree with him. The look that she has for him looks quite genuine.
So we were like long distance for almost 4 years. And then he visited me like 6 times.
Yeah, I was there 6 times. She finally made it over here to the US.
And they weren't okay. Yes, this is real. This is freaking real. She didn't hop on the first flight over to the US and, tried to move in with him, start the American nuclear family thing. No, she held it down in the Philippines, and they were long distance engaged for like multiple years, where he went to visit her 6 times. That's what's crazy, is people who are out here on this TikTok page who just look at this guy and think, man, he's way too ugly to be with this chick. Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's ugly. He's not conventionally attractive, but I don't think he's ugly. There's some ugly people out there. He's not that bad. His teeth is probably the worst thing about him, in my opinion. Like, if you fixed his teeth up a little bit. Obviously, she fixed her teeth because she has braces. So if he was to do the same thing, I think they would match a little bit more. But I can't hate on the guy.
I'm so lonely, I'm gonna comment about how fake this relationship is. They don't even realize how long and storied their relationship is. I'm sorry, I have no doubt in my mind right now that this is real.
Yeah.
He lives in a decent house, from what I can tell. It doesn't seem like it's in a major metropolitan area, but it's still a decent house. I mean, she looks like she lives a decent life too.
Yeah, no, we'll just say like,
Just make it short so that it's not like too much.
And now they're happily ever after living here in America, filming their TikToks. I think their whole TikTok, honestly, I will say, they do kind of feed in to the troll comments in a way. And I
think
understand
so.
that it helps with engagement, but I do feel bad that these people can't even enjoy their lives on social media without everybody objectively saying, dude, you're super ugly and your wife is super hot. That doesn't make sense to me, so I'm gonna hate on it. And I'm not saying that about either of them personally, but that is like literally what these comments can be boiled down to. All the rage and jealousy in there, it's actually ridiculous.
it's so unbelievable that she's together with me that there's no way that she's a real woman, blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, believe what you guys want,
And if I was this guy, I would take this hate one of 2 ways. You can take it on like your side and kind of get depressed and be like, oh man, everybody's saying I look so conventionally unattractive, that sucks. Or you can just say, maybe it's not.
Yeah, I'm unattractive, but I got me a hot ass babe. And she takes care of me, which most men can't even get in the West. So this man is winning.
about me, and it's more about how drop dead gorgeous my wife is. Maybe that's just what everybody's hating on, so he can take that as a massive compliment that everybody is just out here jealous in the comments that he made it happen when they simply couldn't, and it was even accidental. Like, this dude didn't even try.
That's the part where I think a lot of people would be a little bit upset. Yeah, he didn't try and he was able to get someone, where most men are trying nowadays and still can't get someone. But that's why Passport Bros is here. She's from the Philippines. Yes, he brought her back over because it might not have been the best choice, but it seems to be working out so far, you know. But why we always say just stay over there is, one, she doesn't get affected by the West, all the people around her, and then two, your money just goes like 10 times further. So it's just nice to be able to not work as hard and still be living a luxury lifestyle.
Seriously, like a storybook romance, dude. This video is so much more wholesome than I thought. I was really worried that we were going to see some serious traces
I thought so
of
too, tell
tomfoolery
you the
going
truth.
on with this woman, but I haven't seen a single shred of it.
Like, my life was at a total standstill pretty much whenever scleroderma was extremely active. They were saying that my life expectancy wasn't going to be very good.
So yeah, this dude also explains the reason that he looks the way he is. I mean, he's a very thin guy, is because he suffered from scleroderma. He probably still suffers from it, but he says that he has gotten a lot healthier in his adult life. But basically, that's like an autoimmune disorder and a disease that just has ruined this dude's life. He said it's been on pause his entire teenage life when he was really, really sick with it. So that's another angle that people aren't thinking of.
It did look like he had some kind of illness or prior to be able to. It's just that his look looks very not normal. But
when they're leaving comments, and another angle of this video that I want to remind you guys of, I know it's so easy to hate on platforms like TikTok. I feel like that has a much more, I don't know, angry comment section than YouTube, and that's hard to do because there are some serious hater comments on YouTube. Trust me, I've been at the other receiving end of them, but TikTok is a whole nother beast, and you just got to think of what's going on in these people's lives outside of this that could be affecting them by leaving this comment. You know what I mean? The more I watch this, the more I feel bad for them that they just have to suffer through these comment sections on every post they make just because it's talking about them being in love and people don't believe it.
I could go travel and go see her, which is what they thought would be
I mean, you actually see in their pictures that she ages with him 4 years, 6 years. She looked quite really young and skinnier, and now she looks a little bit more filled in her face.
Like, they're like, yeah, you're not going to be able to fly in a plane because your oxygen level, like, it's not good enough.
And isn't that a testament to their love? This dude was suffering from these health issues and still went to go fly across the world 6 times to see her. So what's your damn excuse, you lazy boyfriends out there that are just not even wanting to drive across town to go meet up with your girlfriend? Because I know there's a ton of them out there.
Whoa, Grim. Just because I don't want to drive across town for some pussy doesn't make me a bad boyfriend. Just saying.
I see them being complained about on TikTok too. Like, the bar is so low. That's what people don't understand. This dude's just a genuinely good guy with a kind soul. This woman was able to see that because they talk long distance before they, you know, made these quick in-person judgments that we all make. And as a result, they were able to find this beautiful love together. Like, that's crazy. They even show them meeting up with the sister who confirms, like, yeah, you guys actually do live together. You're very much in love, obviously. And even the family, yes, they were skeptical a little bit, but that was more of the long distance angle.
Well, of course, everybody should be skeptical. I mean, especially when your loved ones, you know, or you were ill your whole life, and then now someone comes along and just like, it's gonna be your partner, it's gonna take care. Like, I would be fucking worried too if that was my son. Like, if some women from a foreign country came up to my son and was like, oh, I want to, like, you know, like, hey, how you doing? And then my son started marrying them and wants to travel over there and has a chance of dying because he's traveling over there. I would feel a way about it. Just saying.
Not the fact that they thought she was, like, you know, out of his league or something.
Just to have patience, because long distance is hard, and no matter how far away or what time it is.
Trust the process, you know.
So you know what? The video wraps up, and I have nothing to say but congratulations to these two. I'm not on hater mode at all in this video. In fact, I think I've been, like, pretty nice, and that's because this legitimately is a real relationship. And anybody who doesn't see that maybe just has never been in a real relationship themselves. All right, there's not a shred of doubt in my mind that these people love each other, and that's beautiful. I like the message at the end too. Again, as somebody who has been in a long distance relationship that has continued to work out, it is possible. So if anything, this video was just wholesome. I like it, dude. We're going into summer with good vibes here on the channel, all right? No more hater mode Grim unless it's about somebody like Big Ed or something. Then that's free reign. But you guys know what I'm talking about, all right? Anyways, I'm rambling now. Thank you so much for watching to the very end.
That was some interesting chow. What do you guys think down there? Like I said, the beginnings of her approaching him, especially on accident, and the way she was trying to approach in the first place was, you know, she spoke with someone because she's a call center person, some from the U.S. So she found his name and tried to stalk him in a sense to try to like talk with him, but then found a different person. So it just seems a little awkward, but the way she looks at him looks quite genuine. They've been together for 6+ years. You know, the family seems to think everything's pretty legit too. So, hey, I'm proud of the man. Like, when life gives you lemons, you just gotta make lemonade. Or you're just gonna be soury. Or you're just gonna be in the corner with your mouth puckered, all sour with those lemons you got. So, please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. It's chow time.